the Yamaha XT 500. Few names in the motorcycle world carry the kind of heritage, respect, and aura that this machine does. Back in the 1970s, it was the bike that blended rugged simplicity with go-anywhere capability. It won the first 2 editions of the Paris-Dakar Rally. It became an icon not because of excess power or flashy styling, but because it was tough, dependable, and always ready for the unknown. For decades, riders around the world have whispered about its legendary status, and many wondered if Yamaha would ever revive the XT 500 for the modern age. And now, in 2026, Yamaha has done it. The XT 500 is back, but not just as a nostalgic tribute, it is reborn for a new generation. Welcome to Z Auto Advisor, and today we're taking a deep dive into the all-new 2026 Yamaha XT 500. When you look at the 2026 XT 500, the first thing you'll notice is how Yamaha has managed to perfectly balance retro inspiration with modern technology. At a glance, the silhouette feels familiar. A tall stance, a large round headlight, wide handlebars, a sculpted fuel tank, and that unmistakable minimalist dual-sport profile. But look closer and you'll see the 21st century upgrades. The round headlight is now a full LED unit with daytime running lights subtly integrated. The analog-style dials of the past have been replaced by a compact TFT display, but one cleverly styled to resemble the simplicity of the old clocks. The steel frame is strong and exposed, and Yamaha has painted it in a classic shade reminiscent of the original XT 500 from the Dakar days. This bike immediately tells you that it's a tool for adventure, not just a design exercise. Powering the new XT 500 is a single-cylinder, 500 cubic centimeters engine. But unlike the old air-cooled thumper, this one is a liquid-cooled, fuel-injected, Euro 6 compliant powerhouse. Yamaha engineers have tuned it for a perfect blend of torque and usability, rather than headline horsepower numbers. It produces around 42 horsepower and a healthy 45 Nm of torque. Those figures may not sound like superbike levels, but that was never the XT's mission. The magic lies in its delivery. Smooth, tractable torque from down low, a relaxed mid-range, and just enough punch at the top to make highway cruising effortless. The 6-speed gearbox ensures you can ride comfortably at 110 km/h without the engine screaming, while the wide gear ratios also make low-speed trail riding easy. Yamaha has also worked hard to keep weight in check. The XT 500 comes in at just under 160 kg wet. That is incredibly light for a bike in this category, and it's one of the reasons why this machine feels so versatile. On the road, it's nimble and easy to maneuver, but once you take it onto dirt tracks, the lightweight chassis and slim bodywork make it feel like a proper trail weapon. Suspension has also been upgraded to modern standards. At the front, you get a set of long-travel 43mm upside-down forks with full adjustability, and at the rear, a monoshock with preload and rebound settings. Ground clearance is an impressive 280mm, and the seat height sits at around 860mm, tall enough for serious off-road work, but still manageable for average riders. Braking comes courtesy of modern discs at both ends, with ABS that can be switched off when riding on dirt. The 21-inch front wheel and 18-inch rear wheel combo is classic dual sport, wrapped in knobby tires that are equally at home on gravel trails or paved streets. What makes the XT 500 so appealing is not just its mechanical package, but the way Yamaha has kept its spirit intact. This bike is deliberately simple compared to the electronics-laden adventure machines flooding the market today. Yes, you get ABS and a small TFT dash. Yes, there is ride-by-wire throttle, but there are no overwhelming riding modes, traction control settings, or radar cruise systems. Yamaha wants the XT 500 to feel raw, mechanical, and connected, just like the original. It's a motorcycle that invites you to focus on the ride, on the terrain, and on the adventure ahead, not on menus and settings. One of the smartest moves Yamaha has made is designing the XT 500 as a bike for all regions of the world. In Europe, it's compliant with emissions and licensing requirements. In Asia and Africa, it's rugged and simple enough to be serviced even in remote locations. In North America, it hits the sweet spot of being affordable, practical, and retro cool. This global focus makes it not just a niche machine, but a bike that appeals to riders from all walks of life. The riding experience is where the XT500 truly shines. Imagine yourself on the saddle, the wide handlebars giving you perfect control, the upright seating position comfortable for hours of exploration. Fire up the engine, and you don't hear an angry roar, but a confident thump, smooth yet powerful. On city streets, it feels narrow, agile, and easy to weave through traffic. On highways, it maintains a steady pace without strain. And when you turn off onto dirt trails, that's when the XT500 comes alive. The suspension soaks up rocks and bumps, the lightweight chassis glides over obstacles, and the torquey engine pulls you up steep inclines without hesitation. It's the kind of bike that makes you want to keep riding, to see where the next path leads. Yamaha has also priced the XT500 smartly. Instead of making it a premium, expensive retro collector's item, they've positioned it as an accessible dual sport. This means younger riders can afford it, experienced riders will appreciate its simplicity, and enthusiasts of the original XT500 will be tempted to add it to their garage as a modern-day tribute. And of course, the heritage factor cannot be ignored. The original XT500 won Dakar. It built Yamaha's reputation as a serious adventure manufacturer. By reviving this model, Yamaha is not only celebrating its past, but also reminding the motorcycle world that sometimes less is more. In an era where adventure bikes are getting heavier, more complex, and more intimidating, the XT500 feels refreshing. It's a reminder that adventure doesn't need to be complicated. All you need is a reliable bike, some fuel, and the will to explore. But Yamaha didn't just stop at making a faithful revival. They also added a surprise. The XT500 comes with a factory accessory pack that transforms it into what Yamaha calls the Dakar edition. With a taller rally-style windscreen, auxiliary lights, reinforced crash bars, and a larger 20-litre fuel tank, this edition is a direct nod to the XT500's Dakar winning machines of the late 1970s. It's not just cosmetic either. With this kit, the XT500 becomes a legitimate long-distance adventure bike, capable of tackling multi-day journeys across deserts, mountains, or forests. And here's the kicker. Yamaha has hinted at organizing a modern-day amateur rally series, inspired by Dakar, where XT500 owners can participate and relive the glory days of the sport. This surprise is what makes the 2026 Yamaha XT500 more than just another motorcycle. It's not only a bike, it's an experience, a lifestyle, and a ticket to adventure. Yamaha knows that nostalgia is powerful, but nostalgia alone doesn't keep a bike relevant.
76.
By blending retro roots with practical upgrades, and by adding this Dakar-inspired twist, they've created a machine that is bound to capture hearts around the world. So, as we look at the 2026 Yamaha XT500, we don't just see a motorcycle. We see a bridge between eras, a link between the rugged past and the exciting future. A machine that refuses to be forgotten, now reborn to inspire new generations of riders. For those who crave freedom, exploration, and simplicity, the XT500 has returned, and it's ready to write the next chapter of its legendary story. This has been Z Auto Advisor, bringing you the detailed story of the 2026 Yamaha XT500. And remember, sometimes the best adventures start not with the biggest bike or the most advanced technology, but with the simplest machine and a heart full of curiosity. The XT500 is back, and adventure is calling.